A broken Cartman is right twice a day. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times Cartman was actually nice to someone.
Hi, Kyle. That isn't it, Cartman. What isn't it? That's not being nice. That's just putting on a nice sweater. I don't understand the difference.
For this list, we're looking at those once-in-a-blue-moon moments where South Park's Eric Cartman exemplified kindness and empathy, or at the very least, did something that benefited society or someone other than himself.
Mr. and Mrs. Weatherhead, I've received some disturbing news that all you're providing the foster children here to drink is soda?
Ha ha, I told on you, Mom and Dad.
Number 10, helping the calves. When Cartman sees a herd of confined, wide-eyed calves, he's eager to eat them up, but the boys eventually convince him to help rescue the little bovines. Granted, Cartman only agrees after giving Kyle a face full of farts.
Oh man, that was so awesome!
Without his Mission Impossible breaking and entering playset, though, the calves would have been destined for the slaughterhouse.
How does this thing work, Cartman? Jesus, don't you guys have any toys? First you put on the black ski mask and use the torch to cut a hole in the roof.
Even if Cartman is ready to quit at one point, he soon becomes legitimately invested.
Because I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna get ugly. Real ugly. When all is said and done, you could all be looking at being grounded for 3, perhaps even 4 weeks. So if any of you guys want out, just say the word now. I want out. Shut up, Cartman.
After the boys are deemed terrorists, Cartman is the one who negotiates with the authorities. Although they don't get the calves to Mexico, Cartman's negotiating tactics result in the word veal being changed to tortured baby cow, which doesn't sound nearly as appetizing.
You got a real sick kid here, Mike. Did you get the other things for us?
Well, I did manage to get the FDA to officially change the word veal to tortured baby cow.
Thus, Cartman not only helped save these calves, but also calves everywhere. Number 9, taking down Osama bin Laden.
Cartman, where are you going? I'm gonna go take care of this prick. Cartman, he's crazy. He's not crazy, he's an idiot. I know how to deal with these people.
America owes a great debt to Cartman. When the American-Canadian War was breaking out and hell literally started rising, Cartman saved the day with some choice words for Saddam Hussein. Following 9/11, Cartman took on Osama bin Laden by borrowing a few pages from Bugs Bunny and other wartime cartoons. A stick of dynamite blows up almost the entire Taliban, with only bin Laden left standing. This provides an opening for a US soldier to put a bullet in bin Laden's head, ending one of the bleakest chapters in American history. In reality, it would be several years until bin Laden was assassinated and the Taliban remains active. In the wake of a tragedy, though, at least Cartman gave us something to laugh about. Number 8, helping Shelly get back at Skylar. Shelly is one person who won't take Cartman's crap, asserting up front who's in charge while babysitting.
All right, turd, listen up! Now that your mom is gone, I'm in charge. I don't know how you treat your other babysitters, but when I'm babysitting, you're nothing but a little turd.
Upon meeting Shelly's much older boyfriend Skylar, Cartman spends the night trying to catch the couple on tape. Cartman succeeds, but he decides not to use the evidence against Shelly after Skylar dumps her. Seeing how upset Shelly is, Cartman points out that Skylar was a creep who wanted a 12-year-old girl to put out. After a pep talk, Shelly and Cartman team up to get back at Skylar.
If you want, I could help you.
Really? You would do that?
Just let me get my cowboy hat.
Luring him out of his house, they destroy what Skylar loves most, his guitar.
My guitar! No!
When Skylar seeks retribution, Cartman unleashes an army of cats that takes away the other thing Skylar loves most. Cartman's not such a turd after all.
Oh! Oh! Oh, what are you doing? Oh, you ripped my pants off!
Number 7, bringing Disneyland to Romper. It was only a matter of time until Cartman wound up behind bars.
We're sorry, Miss Cartman, but we must follow protocol. Your son will be taken into custody and then tried in the federal court of law.
Convicted for throwing a rock at Token, Cartman struggles to adapt to juvenile hall life. In time, he develops a true friendship with his cellmate Romper Stomper. Although Cartman puts up a tough front, Romper can see he's a scared little boy who can't handle incarceration. Taking pity on Cartman, Romper helps him escape the big house.
Look, if it's that important to you, I'll bust you out of here.
You will?
Yeah, I will. But not because you're my friend.
The breakout is a failure, but it doesn't matter since Cartman is pardoned by the governor anyway. Cartman doesn't forget about Romper, visiting him later on. Remembering that Romper always wanted to see Disneyland, Cartman smuggles in the happiest place on Earth, up his buttock. Thankfully, this disgusting act of generosity is performed off-screen.
You know how you told me you always wanted to see Disneyland?
Yeah? Whoa!
Here comes the Space Mountain!
Number 6. Uniting the town.
Everyone stop, please!
The child from the hospital.
It's not often that we see Cartman serving as the voice of reason. In the 100th episode, however, he delivers a classic I learned something today speech. Like the rest of the country, South Park is divided over the Iraq War. Following a self-induced flashback to 1776, Cartman finds that the Founding Fathers faced a similar quandary. Through Benjamin Franklin, Cartman learns that a country must be willing to fight for its freedom, but people should also have the freedom to protest.
It's called having your cake and eating it too.
Cartman passes along this lesson to his town, showing them that it takes a little bit of country and a little bit of rock and roll to achieve balance. While South Park still has differing opinions, Cartman brings everyone together in perfect harmony.
Cartman? Cartman saved the day? Can't be. The Founding Fathers want you all to know that we can disagree all we want as long as we agree that America kicks ass.
Number 5. Curing AIDS. On WatchMojo's list of the worst things Eric Cartman has ever done, giving Kyle HIV came in second.
Why do I have HIV? Oh, you have HIV, huh, Kyle? Guess it isn't so funny now, is it?
Hey, at least he didn't make Kyle eat his own parents. But as reprehensible as Cartman's actions are in this episode, he does redeem himself. Cartman realizes that the answer to curing AIDS must reside in Magic Johnson, who's remained healthy despite his HIV diagnosis. It turns out that Johnson has been unknowingly sleeping with the answer this whole time: large sums of cash.
Dude.
Oh yeah, I don't trust banks. I sleep with all my money.
You sleep with money? Every night?
Yeah, I like to keep it close for... You don't think that...
Thanks to Cartman, Kyle, and a little bit of magic, AIDS is finally cured, assuming you have $180,000 lying around. Cartman saved countless lives by destroying one of the deadliest diseases in human history. Still, if we were Kyle, we'd probably break Cartman's Xbox too.
Well, I tell you this, Kyle. I'm never getting my tonsils out again. I'm still breaking your Xbox. What? No! Kyle, no!
Number 4. Freeing hostages. Getting ignored by his schoolmates, Cartman jumps to the conclusion that he's died and become a ghost.
Kenny? Stan, it's me, Eric. Kenny, you want 50 cents?
With help from Butters, Cartman seeks atonement to enter heaven. Gift baskets hardly make up for the atrocities he's committed, but at least Cartman's heart is in the right place. Cartman comes to the conclusion that he's still on Earth to stop a hostage crisis at the Red Cross Center. Assuming that nobody can see him, Cartman waltzes right in and starts making a ruckus.
What the hell is going on?
I have no idea.
Yes, it's working.
Of course, the criminals can see Cartman, but they're so confused by his actions that they fail to notice Butters sneaking out with the hostages. This act of heroism convinces the boys to forgive Cartman, who subsequently realizes he's not a ghost.
We didn't think that by pretending you didn't exist you would really change, but you really have. Well, anyway, we just want to let you know. Talk to you tomorrow. Yes, see ya, Eric.
Number 3. Bringing Ike back.
I'm on it. Me?
You need to watch for bad behavior and make sure anyone in the halls during class has a hall pass, okay?
If anyone doesn't, you have the authority to bring them to me.
Authority?
Given authority of the school hallways, Cartman takes his new position and persona quite seriously.
What? You can't just push me up against the... I'm the dog, the big Oh my god.
Upon learning that Ike has been making out with Miss Stevenson on his territory, Dog, the hallway monitor, douses the kindergarten teacher with bear mace. Exposing her actions to Principal Victoria, Cartman gets Miss Stevenson fired.
Wow. I think I owe you one, Cartman. You don't owe me anything. My hallways are clean.
She uses the Mel Gibson defense to get out of going to jail. Given society's double standard, it isn't long until the teacher is out of rehab and reunited with Ike. Cartman isn't about to let this hallway infractor slip through the fingers of justice, recruiting Kyle and a few other crew members. Sure, Cartman's main goal throughout the episode is to keep his hallways clean, but in the end, he succeeds in stopping a predator and bringing Ike home safely.
Hey, kid, you need to get off the roof now.
That's cool. I'm done making my video anyways.
Number 2. Rescuing cats. To say that Cartman has done some anti-Semitic things over the years would be an understatement. Yet, Cartman cannot see the tragic irony when cats are banned in South Park, forcing him to hide Mr. Kitty in his attic.
Shh. Mr. Kitty, you have to live in the attic for now. Here, write a diary.
Even when he tells Mr. Kitty to write a diary, Cartman fails to recognize the parallels to Anne Frank. Nevertheless, Cartman truly loves his cat, despite constantly yelling at him over pot pies.
I can't hide any more cats, Mr. Kitty. I'm in trouble enough as it is. All right, fine.
It isn't long until more cat owners start showing up on Cartman's doorstep, begging him to take in their beloved pets. In an especially rare instance, Cartman doesn't have any ulterior motive. He rescues the cats purely out of the goodness of his heart.
Perhaps I could find space for just this one more.
Oh, you show such kindness in such darkest of times.
Not gonna lie to you, I'm a little surprised we got to 10 on this list, but hey, like we said, a broken Cartman is right twice a day. Well, we've actually got more than 10 because we've got a few honorable mentions to get through before we check out the number one time Cartman was actually nice to someone. Ending the hippie epidemic.
It's working!
What?
It's working! They did it! They did it!
Defeating World of Warcraft's greatest enemy.
Looks like you're about to get pwned.
Rescue at the planetarium.
Cartman, you saved us. The hell are you talking about? Get over here and untie us.
Eric, you really saved the day, okay?
Retrieving a little girl's stolen doll.
Miss Peterson, is your daughter home?
My dolly!
We got her back safe. Lost a lot of good men in the process.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Saving the Broflovskis. Given all the times they've butted heads, Cartman is initially thrilled when Kyle and his family relocate to San Francisco.
Come on, everyone, let's sing! Na 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 na, na 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 na, hey hey hey, goodbye, Kyle!
Cartman finds, however, that his life is empty without Kyle to rip on, and Butters can't fill the void. When San Francisco is about to be hit by a smug storm intensified by George Clooney's Oscar acceptance speech, Cartman dons a hard hat diving suit and sets off to rescue the Broflovskis.
Wow, Eric, you sure are a great guy for doing this.
I don't have a choice. Somebody has to get into San Francisco and warn Kyle's family to get out before the storm hits.
With Butters assisting him from afar, Cartman finds the Broflovskis just before the storm wipes the city out.
Have to get out of here now!
The Broflovskis are too out of it to remember what happened, but Cartman doesn't take any credit. He's just satisfied knowing that Kyle is safe and their rivalry can continue. Cartman, a guardian angel? Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.